Hi, everyone. We are Artem, Akos, and Filko. We are a designer from Russia, a front-end engineer from Hungary, and a back-end engineer from the Netherlands. Today, we are happy to introduce CanDAO, a platform that allows you to easily create a completely on-chain DAO to manage your canisters. On the Internet Computer, you face a problem where a canister can either be updated by a controller or by no one. Both solutions aren't great, as you both want to add new features, but also don't want a single point of failure in your application. CanDAO fixes this by putting a DAO as the controller of your canisters. Multiple members vote to interact with controlled canisters according to the DAO rules. Now the only way to update the canister is by getting a majority vote. Let me show you how this works with the demo. So in this demo, a CanDAO canister has already been deployed. And you can see on this member tab, the DAO has 4 members. One of those members is a special bot member, which is used for the GitHub integration. It can make proposals, but it can't vote. On the proposal page, you see some proposals that have already been executed, like the adding of 3 additional members and linking an existing canister to the DAO. When we go to the canister page, you can see this canister, which is controlled by the DAO. This canister just displays a simple front end, which you can see here. We will update the canister front end through an update canister proposal. So this proposal will be initiated by our bot member through a GitHub action. When you commit to the main branch, this GitHub action automatically triggers and builds the new canister and then makes an update proposal with the new binary, which will change the text color from purple to green for this demo. When we go back to the proposal page, we see that the proposal has been made and I'll approve it. When the majority approves the proposal, it gets immediately executed. If we now go back to the canister tab and click on our canister, you can see that the message has been updated to green. Now, one solution this might remind you of is the upcoming SNS, where you also put a DAO as the controller of your canisters. But where in the SNS, voting power is mapped to fungible tokens, in CanDAO, voting power is mapped to non-fungible identities. So instead of coordinating through strangers through monetary incentives, CanDAO can tie into existing relationships like the people in your startup or Discord group, or even your family. So what are the next steps for CanDAO? First, we want CanDAO to be a one-click solution instead of needing a command line or DFX. Secondly, we want CanDAO to be usable for everyone, not just programmers. To make this possible, we would like to start a marketplace where people can buy pre-made canisters to put under control of their DAO. For example, if some collective would like to buy some NFTs together, they could buy an NFT treasury canister instead of creating such a canister themselves. We would also like to introduce different voting mechanisms so that everybody can govern their canisters as they see fit. To accomplish these next steps, we hope to be able to get some funding for CanDAO. Thank you for listening. Are there any questions?
Awesome. Thank you very much, Fulke. Judges, do we have any questions at all for the CanDAO team? Feel free to shout out.
Hi, this is Liz. First of all, thank you so much for the presentation. So my question is, I love what you guys are presenting, and I know that DAO infrastructure is something that's definitely needed. If you were to think forward in terms of a roadmap and what might come next, have you guys put any thought into that? And it's also okay if the answer is no, I'm just wondering.
Yeah, so I think the biggest part of it is the marketplace we were talking about, so that there are so many different kind of DAOs. So this could be like a DAO app store where you can buy all kinds of DAOs and then just import it instead of writing up the code yourself. That would be the biggest part of the roadmap, and just general security fixes and security reviews, because people really need to trust this before they can use it.
Cool, thank you, Fulke. Any other questions from the other judges here?
No questions, but would just like to comment that it's a great idea. Thank you. Thank you for taking this on.
Thanks.
Question for me. So yeah, I like it. So did you think about how to extend the voting mechanism? Like what kind of voting mechanism you could have in the future?
Yeah, I think we would just make an API, and then you could just use another canister for your voting mechanism. So you could make your voting mechanism whatever you want by just implementing this API.